It is Thursday, June 7th, 2018. It is 12:05 maybe p.m. It's 20 degrees outside, feels like 23. And I don't know, I think it's still a little bit chilly outside, but I don't know, it's getting a little bit warmer. I'm in my car right now. It's the first time I've done a vlog outside of my house, which I want to do a little bit more of because it's nice to get a change of scenery. But I'm kind of annoyed right now because I had an interview at 12 o'clock. I got there at about 11:50. The lady said the guy wasn't there yet. And then 11:55, she's like, hey, Brian just emailed me and said that he just left wherever he is and he'll be here at like 12:30. Can you come back? Or do you want to wait? Like, or do you want to come back? I was like, and I said, I'll come back. I'm already here, might as well do it. But I was just so annoyed because it's like, that's so unprofessional. Like, you didn't know at 11 you're gonna be late, 11:30, 11:15, 11:45. You didn't know you didn't know until 5 minutes before that you were gonna be late. Really interesting. I think that's so unprofessional and rude, to be honest. So I don't know. I kind of want to leave, but I'm already here, so I don't know. We'll see. Gonna do this vlog and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, the place also smells like shit. Literally, it smells like someone took a giant rank dump and it just stunk up the office. So that's pretty bad. But yeah, so today what I want to talk about is tattoos and piercings, specifically what I want to do in the future in terms of tattoos and piercings, because I have some ideas, but I'll start with piercings because that's the one that I think is the quickest and the one that I'm actually not gonna do. So initially last year, after I got this lip piercing, I was thinking about maybe getting an eyebrow piercing. And I thought about it, and for a while I was like, yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. And then the more I thought about it, the less and less interested in it I became, to the point where I'm kind of at this point now where I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it. Because what I wanted to do was get the piercing, but then when I thought about it, I was like, you know, when I sleep, my pillow is like here, and it's gonna be pushing against whatever eyebrow I get it on. It's gonna be pushing against that piercing, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna push into my skull, and that's gonna hurt and be uncomfortable. On top of that, I was talking to Izza, who has an eyebrow piercing, and she was saying how sometimes she puts her shirt on, it gets caught in there, and I was like, it just doesn't sound that fun. It doesn't sound that good. Like with the lip piercing, it's nice because it doesn't get caught on anything. When I had the stud, it got caught on my shirt sometimes. It got caught on my shirt, actually, that was the only thing. And it was just kind of annoying, so I was like, I'm just not gonna get it. So the piercing's kind of easy, but in terms of the tattoos, I actually got a couple of ideas that, nothing that I'm like, yeah, I want to get that right now, but there's a few things, a few ideas or a few sections of my body that I know I want to get tattooed. The first is, I'll start with the one that's kind of sad and morbid to think about, and I try not to think about it too often because it does make me depressed. But it's something that I've been thinking about from time to time, and I don't know if I can hold it like this, hopefully, but it's a memorial piece that I want to do for when mom and dad die, and that's the morbid part, and hopefully it's a tattoo that I don't have to get for a very long time. But essentially I want to memorialize them on my body. I know that both of them would hate that, probably, especially mom, so I'll probably never tell them about this idea. But what I want to do is I want to get over here on my heart, and so that way they're always close to me. And what I want to do, I don't really know too much about what I want to do for mom's part of the memorial. I was thinking flowers initially, but I just don't feel like that's enough to encompass her as a person. So I think there will be flowers in the tattoo. I just don't know what they would be. And as for the size, honestly, I think it's going to be a relatively big tattoo, maybe the size of my hand, even across my chest there. So I don't really know for sure, but for my mom what to do. So we'll see there. But I know my dad's kind of a conspiracy theorist, so I'm thinking that we're gonna do something to do with conspiracies. I don't really know in terms like specifically what I should do. I've got a couple ideas, like for example, the earth on the back of a turtle. He's into flat earth, Illuminati, you know, ancient pyramids, ancient Egyptian pyramids. No, aliens built them, aliens in general. So I'm thinking something along those lines. Kind of the thing I was thinking of, kind of in terms of design, was having a flat earth on a turtle, and then at somewhere in there having like an alien maybe on its back, and like a pyramid, kind of incorporating everything. But we'll see. Still very, very, very early concept, and again, hopefully something I don't have to get for a very long time. But it's something I think about from time to time. I would definitely get like a Polish flag added into there, just so that way it's obviously they're from Poland and stuff, so I get that. But then I want to get, I don't know if a banner or just somewhere in the tattoo itself, just to kind of be a little like hidden thing, but have the dates that they died in, so like the dates that they'd lived, the years. So we'll see. I'm not too sold on the banner, so we'll see about that. But yeah, so that's the tattoo I have for them. And then the other tattoo I have, there's two small ones that I have in mind. One of which is I want to get, so for a long time now, many years now, after when I'm done showering on the window where it's fogged up, I'll draw hearts. And for whatever reason, I really like hearts. I think they don't really mean that much to me, but I like hearts. And I mean, when I do think about it, it's, a reminder to love myself, love people, and just be a good person. I think overall, love is kind of very important in the world. And so I think that I want to get a very small heart, I think a dark pink heart. I don't know where I'd get it. Maybe like on the inside of my elbow, like down here somewhere, like on the inside there or on the other side. Not too sure. I think that's probably the tattoo that I'm most closest to kind of pulling the trigger on. Again, I don't think I'll be getting it anytime in the next year or two. It's just something that I've been thinking about for a while now. Almost, I want to say a couple of years. And I think I'd like to get it. It'd be a very small tattoo, nothing really big. And kind of in a place that wouldn't really be seen. So there's that. The other small tattoo I want to get, and this one I can't get for a while, hopefully sooner than later, but the Leafs have been a part of my life my entire life, pretty much. I've been a pretty big fan my entire life, and I know that the day they win the cup, I'm gonna cry like a bitch. So what I wanted to do is I want to get the maple leaf tattooed on me with the last two digits of the year they win the cup in it. I don't know where though. I'm not entirely sure where I'd put that. Like every time I think of a place on my body I'd like to have that, it just doesn't really seem like it'd fit. So maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. But what I was thinking is, kind of have two ideas here where I'd get the logo without the Toronto Maple Leafs writing in the middle, and just put, like, for example, if I think they're gonna win the cup in 2020. So let's say they won in 2020, I'd have the Maple Leafs logo, and then in the middle I just have 20. Another thing I was thinking is maybe having the actual logo with Toronto Maple Leafs in the middle, and then like at the bottom kind of have it string out into 20. Or I guess the third option even is to have the logo with the Toronto Maple Leafs, but like on top of that have 20. So like, I don't know. But that's something that I want to put somewhere, because honestly I think that's going to be like, I don't know, I love the Leafs. They're a big part of my life. I'm very emotional when I watch them, and I'm really into their games. I love them a lot, and I think that, I don't know, I don't mind memorializing that also, that very emotional day for me, I'm sure, on my body whenever, and hopefully if it happens. But other than that, I have only one more tattoo spot or idea, and that is the sleeve, the arm sleeve, which I'm kind of 50-50 on still. I don't think that'll be something I get anytime soon. For numerous years, I think I'm still on the fence on whether or not I want to sleeve, because on the one hand, I like having that. I like just being able to see my arm, right? I like that. But on the other hand, when I see other people with sleeves, or sometimes when I think about my sleeve, I'm like, man, that'd be really cool to have. So I'm not sure if I get both or one done, but one of the things I had an idea for was that I wanted to incorporate my hobbies into one of the sleeves. So when I thought about it, I was like, well, I don't really have that much that I incorporate. I mean, there's video games, there's music. I kind of still like kind of video production, the behind the scenes aspect of it. I like the Leafs. What else do I like? I don't really know. And so initially I thought I was going to incorporate like all that into one tattoo on a sleeve, and then I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'll incorporate it into the second tattoo idea that I have, which is a music/space theme. But then I was like, it doesn't really make sense to have those two themes clashing. But the music/space theme is one that I think that I'm more likely to get if I were to get a sleeve tattoo. And basically what it is it would be, I really don't know like kind of what the design would be, but I think that it would be something like, what my initial idea was is I'd get like headphones tattooed around my shoulder here, and then either bleeding out of the speakers or from the plug or something like that, I'd have music notes or some sort of representation of music, and slowly turn that into like outer space. So like universe, like the universe basically. So nebulas, planets, constellations, black holes, even like all this cool stuff going down my arm. Essentially my whole arm would be covered in color. There wouldn't be any skin, very little skin if anything remaining. So that's one thing that I'm interested in. When I got my smiley face tattoo, I was talking about this idea as well to him, because I've had it for a while. And the guy said that, like, well, would you play any instruments? I said I used to play drums, and he said, well, why don't you have like a drum symbol that is like the universe, or something like a galaxy or something and have it kind of spin out from the drum cymbal, and I was like, I don't really like that idea, but maybe someday I'll think of something that kind of fits. But I did even do some mock-ups of the tattoo that they were okay. I don't know if I'd kind of settle on that. I really like the idea of having multiple colors on my arm. Like, I definitely want to have heavy pink and purple. Those are my favorite. Maybe like an aqua green type of color, some yellow and red. Yeah, I don't know. I just have a lot of color. But the thing about the sleeve also is that I have some reservations in terms of the size of my arm, because obviously I don't work out now. My arm's pretty small, so I think that I'd have to sacrifice some of the detail or some of the grandness of the sleeve tattoo because of my small arm, which I think it'd still look fine. It's just something that, like, I'd have to really be happy with a smaller size tattoo, obviously. But then the other thing is that I feel like right now this is never gonna happen, but in the future I'm always thinking, like, every once in a while I get this thing where, like, I should go to the gym. I should really kind of not get in shape, but like really exercise and do that to keep myself healthy. Maybe one day I will. I don't know, but right now I just can't. I hate exercising. I just can't stand it. I don't know how anyone does it, but like, I wonder if, like, what if one day I end up doing that, my arms get a little bigger. If I already have the tattoo, I'm afraid it'll stretch out and look not as good. Or also, if it looks fine, I'll also be a little sad because it's like, well, my arm's bigger now and I could have gotten more detail on it. So yeah, I'm not too sure what I'll do with that, but at the moment those are my tattoo ideas. Like I said, the heart is one that I'm the most close on kind of pulling the trigger on. I don't know if I'd really afford it right now, but maybe if I find some place that doesn't charge me $100 for it, maybe I will. But that's one that I think that I'm definitely gonna get. The memorial tattoo for mom and dad is something I'm definitely gonna get, but that's something I don't want to get until they're gone. And that's something I really want to put a lot of thought into, because that one's gonna be the most emotional, I think. And again, I hope that's something I don't have to get for a very long time. The Leafs tattoo is something that I'm pretty sure I want it, but it's only been in this last NHL season that I kind of thought about that, so definitely more time needed for that one. The sleeve is something I've been thinking about for a long time. I'm still 50-50, so I feel like that's another at least few years before I decide whether or not I actually want the tattoo, and then just kind of figuring out the design. Maybe I'll do it in the meantime, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if I'd ever get my legs tattooed. I don't know, it's just whenever I see leg tattoos, it looks weird. I feel like I'd be mostly like in arms. Definitely not the neck. The chest, yeah, definitely. The back, I don't know, not so much. I feel like the back tattoos are kind of pointless because you don't see it. And it's, you know, I don't know. Maybe if I ever found a tattoo that I think would fit on my back, I'd do that. But I would like to see my tattoos. I don't know. But then the piercings, I think I'm done with piercings. I don't know if I'll get anything else. In college, I want to get my ears stretched a little bit, but I don't know. I like my earlobes, so I don't think I'll ever do that. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm gonna probably head back to that stupid interview soon and try not to be passive aggressive, because that guy really pissed me off. But yeah, I want to do more of these outside the house vlogs, because I feel like it's nice to get a change of pace, change of environment. And even if it's just in my car in a parking lot somewhere randomly, I think it'll be good. But one of the things I want to do is I want to go to a forest and kind of go on a walk somewhere in nature and talk about therapy and kind of the things I learned there, because I think that'd be a really good environment, because it just kind of relates to how I kind of started to feel better and stuff. So maybe this week, maybe next week, maybe sometime in the future I'll do that, but and talk about that. But for now, that's it. See you tomorrow.